Tired of skyrocketing fuel costs and the soul-crushing gridlock of major cities? In 2026, the American dream of a two-car garage has turned into a financial nightmare. Between insurance premiums spiking 20%, gas prices fluctuating, and maintenance costs, the average American is now spending over $12,000 a year just to keep a car on the road. That is $1,000 a month gone, vanished, just to get to work, to pay for the car that takes you to work. You don't have to be trapped in this car-dependent lifestyle just to feel safe. What if I told you there are secret towns where your front door is steps away from everything you need? We have bypassed the decaying urban centers like San Francisco and Chicago to find 10 secure transit-oriented gems you probably didn't know existed. These are the ultimate sustainable safe havens for anyone looking to escape the rat race. Today, we're counting down the 10 safe walkable towns where you can ditch your keys, reclaim your health, and save a fortune in 2026. Let's start the countdown at number 10. Number 10, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. When you hear Lancaster, you probably think of horse and buggies and Amish cornfields. And while that history is there, the city of Lancaster has quietly become one of the most walkable urban gems in the Northeast. With a walk score of 92, Lancaster puts many major metropolises to shame. The city is dense, flat, and laid out on a historic grid that was built before the automobile took over. The heart of the city is the Central Market, the oldest continuously operating farmers market in the U.S. Imagine walking 3 blocks from your front door to buy fresh produce, meat, and cheese from local farmers every Tuesday morning. No car, no parking hassle, just life. Financially, this is a steal. The median home price sits around $290,000. Compare that to the suburbs of Philadelphia or DC, where you pay double that for a house where you have to drive everywhere. Rent here is also affordable, averaging around $1,200 for a nice apartment in the walkable downtown core. But here's the why. Why move here? Connectivity. Lancaster has a bustling Amtrak station. You can live here, enjoy the low cost of living and safety, and take a train to Philadelphia in 1 hour or New York City in 2.5 hours. It's the perfect commuter hack. You get the high-paying job in the big city, but you live in a safe, walkable sanctuary where your kids can play on the sidewalk. Safety-wise, downtown Lancaster has invested heavily in community policing and lighting. It's a city, but the crime rate in the residential historic districts is significantly lower than national urban averages. It offers the charm of the past with the connectivity of the future. Number 9, Madison, Wisconsin. Madison is geographically unique. It sits on an isthmus, a narrow strip of land between 2 massive lakes, Lake Mendota and Lake Monona. Because land is so limited, the city couldn't sprawl out like a typical American suburb. It had to build up and in. The result is one of the most bike-friendly and walkable infrastructures in the world. Madison consistently holds a platinum rating from the League of American Bicyclists. Here, owning a car is actually a nuisance. Parking is expensive and scarce, but the bike paths, they're highways. They're plowed in the winter before the roads are. You can bike from one end of the city to the other without ever fighting traffic. The median home price is around $380,000. It's not dirt cheap, but for a city with this level of amenities and safety, it's a bargain compared to the coasts. This is a university town, home to the University of Wisconsin. University towns are often the best pedestrian sanctuaries because they're designed for students who don't have cars. This brings high-tech security, blue light emergency phones, and a constant police presence that keeps crime low. With a walk score of 89, your daily life revolves around State Street, a pedestrian-only mall filled with shops, restaurants, and cafes. The only downside is the winter. It gets cold, but Wisconsin residents view the cold as a challenge, not a barrier. If you invest in a good coat and some warm boots, you can walk year-round. And with the money you save on gas, roughly $200 a month, that coat pays for itself. Number 8. Burlington, Vermont. If you're looking for safety, Burlington is arguably the safest place on this entire list. Vermont consistently ranks as one of the safest states in the Union, and Burlington is its crown jewel. The heart of Burlington is the Church Street Marketplace. It's an open-air mall that's been car-free for decades. Imagine living in a downtown condo where you step out your door and are immediately surrounded by bookstores, coffee shops, and street performers. No exhaust fumes, no honking, just community. The median home price is higher here, around $450,000. Why the premium? Because you're paying for the quality of life. You're paying for clean air, organic food, and a community that values sustainability. However, when you remove the $12,000 annual cost of a vehicle, that mortgage becomes much more manageable. Many residents here rely on the Green Mountain Transit bus system, which is reliable and clean. Why move here? Because you want to escape the chaos. Burlington is small enough to feel intimate, but big enough to have everything you need. The crime rate is incredibly low. Violent crime is rare. It's a place where you can walk home from a restaurant at 10 p.m. and feel completely secure. Number 7. Providence, Rhode Island. Providence was founded in 1636. That is important because it means the city was built for feet and horses, not for SUVs. The streets are narrow, the blocks are short, and the density is perfect for walking. With a walk score of 91, Providence offers an intense urban experience without the overwhelming scale of New York. The city is centered around Down City and the rivers. You have Brown University and RISD on College Hill, which brings that layer of campus security and walkability we talked about earlier. Here is the financial hack. Providence is the commuter hub for people priced out of Boston. The median home price here is $410,000. In Boston, just an hour away by train, you're looking at nearly $1 million. By living in Providence, you get the historic, walkable East Coast lifestyle for less than half the price. The MBTA commuter rail connects you directly to Boston South Station. You don't need a car to work in one of the biggest economies in the world. A note on safety. Providence is a city. Like any city, it has pockets to avoid. But the walkable cores, the East Side, Fox Point, and downtown, are heavily patrolled and statistically very safe for pedestrians. It's a city where you trade a garage for a high-quality pair of walking shoes. Number 6. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ann Arbor is more than just the home of the University of Michigan. It's a testing ground for the future of American living. City planners here have embraced the 15-minute city concept. The goal is that every resident should be able to reach a grocery store, a park, a school, and a doctor within a 15-minute walk or bike ride. And they're succeeding. The city has invested millions in Vision Zero infrastructure, redesigning intersections to protect pedestrians and slow down cars. The median home price is $460,000. Yes, that's higher than the national average, but you have to look at the total cost of living. If a family in Ann Arbor can go from 2 cars down to 1 or even 0, they save $12,000 to $20,000 a year. That savings covers the higher mortgage payment. Essentially, you're swapping a depreciating asset, a car, for an appreciating asset, a home in a desirable neighborhood. Safety is top tier. Ann Arbor consistently ranks as one of the most educated and safest mid-sized cities in America. It feels like a small town, but it has the cultural amenities of a big city, theaters, museums, and Big Ten sports, all accessible on foot. Number 5. Santa Monica, California. I know what you're thinking. California? Isn't that the land of the freeway? Yes, Los Angeles is a traffic nightmare, but Santa Monica is an oasis within the chaos. It's one of the few places on the West Coast where you can live a completely car-free existence in luxury. With a walk score of 94, Santa Monica is built for pedestrians. The city centers around the 3rd Street Promenade, a massive open-air shopping district that's been car-free for decades. But the real game changer here is micro-mobility. Santa Monica was the birthplace of the electric scooter revolution. Between the scooters, the Big Blue bus system, and the Metro Expo line that connects you directly to downtown LA, a car is redundant. Let's address the price tag. The median home price is $1.4 million. It's expensive. But here's the math for the high-income earner. In LA, you spend hours in traffic. In Santa Monica, you spend 0. You can bike along the beach path to your office in Silicon Beach. You're paying a premium for time and health. If you're renting, a one-bedroom is around $3,000. Expensive, yes, but you don't need gas, insurance, or a car payment. For many tech workers, the math works out. Is it safe? In the residential neighborhoods north of Wilshire, absolutely. It offers a level of safety and cleanliness that downtown LA simply cannot match. It's the ultimate California dream without the California commute. Number 4, Alexandria, Virginia. Specifically, Old Town Alexandria. This is one of the most charming, historic, and walkable square miles in America. The crown jewel here is King Street. It's a mile-long corridor lined with centuries-old brick buildings, restaurants, and shops. And the best part? The King Street Trolley. It's completely free. It runs up and down the main drag all day long. You can walk out of your townhouse, hop on the trolley, and be at the waterfront in minutes. From there, the water taxi can take you across the river to DC, or you can hop on the metro. You have access to hundreds of thousands of high-paying government and tech jobs without ever touching a steering wheel. The median home price sits around $600,000. While that's high compared to the Midwest, it's significantly cheaper than the neighborhoods inside DC proper, like Georgetown. You get the safety of a suburb, violent crime is very low here, with the walkability of a major European city. For families who want good schools and zero car dependency, Alexandria is a top-tier choice. Number 3, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Home to Harvard and MIT, Cambridge isn't just a suburb of Boston, it is its own economic powerhouse. The city is designed around squares: Harvard Square, Kendall Square, Central Square. Each of these is a self-contained village with everything you need: grocery stores, pharmacies, cinemas, and parks. The walk score here is a staggering 96. In Kendall Square, known as the most innovative square mile on the planet, you have the world's biggest biotech companies. You can walk from your condo to your lab to a 5-star restaurant in 10 minutes. The Red Line subway connects you to Boston in minutes. Owning a car here is actually a hassle. The parking permits are expensive and the streets are narrow. The culture expects you to walk or bike. The price? Steep. The median home is $950,000. However, salaries in Cambridge are among the highest in the country. If you're a scientist, engineer, or academic making $200,000 a year, you don't need a car payment eating into your wealth. You're paying for the privilege of living in a 15-minute city where safety and education are the best in the nation. Number 2, Boulder, Colorado. If your idea of walkability involves nature rather than concrete, Boulder is the winner. This city has perfected the integration of urban living and outdoor adventure. It is anchored by the Pearl Street Mall, a 4-block pedestrian-only zone that serves as the city's living room. Street performers, local shops, and amazing food are all concentrated here. But the secret weapon is the Boulder Creek Path. This isn't just a sidewalk, it is a highway for bikes and pedestrians that cuts right through the center of town, separate from the roads. You can commute to work at Google or the University of Colorado without ever crossing a street. In the winter, these paths are plowed immediately. The culture here is built on movement. If you drive a car to the grocery store in Boulder, you're the odd one out. Safety is incredibly high. It feels like a bubble. The barrier to entry is the price. $1.1 million for a median home. But again, we have to look at the lifestyle ROI. You're trading a gym membership and a car payment for a lifestyle where your daily commute is your workout. For the health-conscious millionaire or remote worker, there is no better place in America. And finally, number 1, the absolute king of walkability, a city where owning a car isn't just unnecessary, it's practically impossible. Number 1, Hoboken, New Jersey. They call it the Mile Square City, and that name tells you everything you need to know. Hoboken is exactly 1 square mile. You can walk from the northern border to the southern border in 20 minutes. You can walk from the western edge to the Hudson River waterfront in 10 minutes. Everything is walkable. It has a walk score of 99. That's higher than New York City. Why is it number 1? Because it offers the benefits of NYC without the chaos. It's cleaner, it's significantly safer. It feels like a neighborhood, not a concrete jungle. Washington Street is lined with hundreds of bars, restaurants, and shops. The waterfront parks offer arguably the best view of the Manhattan skyline in the world. And the transit? Unbeatable. You have the PATH train, the ferry, and the light rail. You can be in Manhattan in 10 minutes. Owning a car in Hoboken is a liability. Street parking is a war zone. Garages cost $400 a month. Nobody drives here because walking is simply faster. The median home price is $850,000. Expensive? Yes, but compared to Tribeca or the West Village across the river, it's half the price. You get the highest salaries in the world next door, but you live in a safe, walkable sanctuary where your kids can walk to school and you can walk to dinner. It's the ultimate car-free victory. So, what's the final verdict? We started this video talking about the $12,000 a year you waste on a car. If you take that money and invest it into a mortgage in a walkable town, whether it's the affordable charm of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or the luxury of Santa Monica, you're buying more than just a home. You're buying freedom. Freedom from gas prices, freedom from insurance premiums, freedom from the stress of gridlock. In a world that's becoming more expensive and more isolated, these 10 towns offer a return to community and health. So, here's my question for you. Could you do it? Could you sell your car tomorrow and move to one of these towns? Or is the steering wheel too hard to let go of? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the American exit, hit that subscribe button. We help you find your place in a changing world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the sidewalk.